Eskom has stopped maintenance in parts of Khayelitsha and Mfuleni. The power utility fears for safety of staff after two violent incidents involving Eskom vehicles. A vehicle was stoned and set alight by protesters in Khayelitsha and another was stoned in Bardale, Mfuleni. For more on this, we joined on the phone line by Alwie Lester, who's Eskom's Western Cape General Manager for Distribution. Alwie, good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time on eNCA. Why are Eskom employees being attacked in some townships in Cape Town?
Hi, good evening, and good evening to the viewers as well. I really think we do understand the sentiment around the protest action. I do think, though, that the targeting of Eskom employees and our equipment and our vehicles, I think it's misguided in terms of service delivery. I think the issues relate more to issues around land and housing as opposed to electricity. But I think all service providers in these areas are put at risk then. Now, we've seen today vehicles being set alight in Khayelitsha, being stoned. We've had some of our staff attacked in Bardale and in Mfuleni. And because of this, we've withdrawn those services because we cannot put their lives at risk while trying to deliver this essential service. So I do feel for the community, especially those that are going to have faults. We're just not able to respond to these faults if these areas remain unstable and unsafe for our staff to return to.
And you have now taken the decision to withdraw your services from those areas where your staff members have been attacked. What consequences are we going to see there? What happens to customer faults, for instance, that are going to be reported in those areas?
So the customer faults will still be logged. But we won't dispatch any teams to fix those problems unless we have the ability to either have security services with us, or we have the South African Police Service that's in attendance with us while we're fixing those faults.
Yeah,
so we'll return to those areas if we have those services available to us.
And haven't the police played a role here, Alwie, in keeping Eskom workers safe when they are in those areas? Because when you withdraw these services, that also affects other areas and people that may not have been involved in the protests and the acts of violence.
Now, look, we have engaged SAPs on multiple occasions, and I think where the staff are available, they do make those vehicles available. I do understand that they also stretched in terms of the number of vehicles, the number of staff that they can send along with our teams. So where it's possible, they have provided that service, but it's not possible in all instances. And this is one of those cases where we've decided that we need to fix the problem in the area. We've sent our teams to do it, but the result of this is obviously the attacks on them.
What conversations are you having with the community?
Well, we do have constant engagement with a number of forums in Khayelitsha, including local councillors. We've also got to a point where we're doing electrification projects where we engage the local leadership to ensure not only the safety of our staff, but also to look at creating community liaisons between Eskom and the area and the community, and to ensure just also the successful implementation of an electrification project in the area. So we do engage with local communities. However, I think a lot of these protests are quite sporadic and not really something that we can engage local councillors on when they themselves are also surprised by these types of actions.
All right. Alwie Lester, thank you so much for your time on eNCA this evening. He's the Eskom Western Cape Distribution Manager.